Hi, and Happy New Year. I'm Malicious. Welcome back to my channel, where we have a plethora of random gaming content. For those of you that didn't know, my favorite genre is MMORPGs, and I'm here today to bring you wonderful news about the MMORPG genre and developments coming soon, or that are live right now. So without much further ado, let us begin. Kicking it off with Ashes of Creation. This game has undergone a lot of changes recently, and things are looking quite decent for those of you that are interested in the game. Lately, however, there has been an introduction or a preview of such of the mages, or magical archetype of the game. Right now on screen, you can see a variety of different abilities that the mages will have in Ashes of Creation that look very flashy and highly effective. The mage class is set to have high area of effect damage over time, and single target damage all in one. They can also drain enemy health and turn it into their own mana. They will have blink abilities as a way to escape. This doesn't seem very different in terms of design of many mages, wizards, witches and such that we have in other MMORPGs, but the exciting part will likely come on how they differ or how differently they play. I personally compare Ashes of Creation to the combat style of Guild Wars 2, due to the fact that there are a lot of similarities there, and what the games share when it comes to combat style. However, it remains to be seen how the end product will look like. This is, however, the alpha version of the mage that you're seeing on screen, so everything is subject to a lot of change. They are, however, looking for your feedback, so it seems they are listening, and yeah, let them know exactly what you think, or let me know in the comments down below. So there is a new MMO that's being inspired by Waterworld. If you've ever wanted to use boats instead of horses and basically live on the sea using motorboats, fighting pirates, scavenging for goods, and having an overall watery and MMO based experience either alone or with friends, it might be worth keeping an eye on this game. The game is set in a post-apocalyptic world where most of everything is flooded. I'll be honest, this idea isn't new when it comes to games, but in MMOs, however, it does seem to be something rather neglected or not really sought after. I'm interested to see how it will turn out personally. I've never been a fan of a flooded or underwater style MMORPG, but this could be something new and fresh for MMO fans to feast upon. What we do know, however, is that you'll be able to upgrade and kit out your boats with machinery, weapons, hulls and accessories, and I can only imagine more. The game is coming to PC, and alpha is scheduled to be very soon apparently, perhaps early 2021, and that is Age of Water, ladies and gentlemen. So, Blade and Soul 2, right? It's been announced in a very short trailer. It seems to be a game that's coming in 2021. However, it is a mobile game from everything I can find, and most likely mobile exclusive. Disappointing news to say the least, not really expecting too much here. Sorry guys. In some sad news for players of the game, Life is Feudal is shutting down January 18th, 2021. Details about that have been left vague due to legal reasons, I would assume, but the game is being shut down. It was one of the few remaining hardcore sandbox MMOs on the market, at least of the notable ones. The developers are currently blaming a legal dispute going on between the US publishers of the game. It's unfortunate, but this is the final few days of the game as it is. The final patch will be released at some point soon, so if you've played before or consider playing again, or for any sentimental or final moments, this is, well, the last time. So get out there and enjoy yourselves if this was a game that you were interested in before. So in some slightly more uplifting news, Mortal Online 2 is finally entering closed beta. I know many people have been anticipating this. It may not be a AAA title that you've been looking for, but it has its charm for a certain type of people. They are continuing to develop and polish the game during the beta that they have dubbed a persistent beta. Combat AI for PvE and NPC guards, bow crafting, hairstyles, Unreal Engine updates, new playable races, dungeons, guild systems, and character customization features, and a bunch more are being worked on. They've teased a few other features that will come in the future more likely, like mount updates, magic, taming, thievery, and other forms of crafting, and surprisingly a lot more than I expected to see in just a beta. Closed beta signups are available on the official website, however keys are limited, so all I can say is that if you're interested, now is definitely the time. I'll personally wait on the sidelines and see how the game develops. I prefer a more immersive experience as a whole and a third-person view when it comes to my MMORPG choices, but it's looking like this game is advancing quite well at the moment. So, I know this isn't an MMORPG, but Leyou, or however you pronounce that, Tencent, whatever you want to call them, have purchased Digital Extremes, as far as I can tell, the Canadian developer of Warframe. Now, what that means is, well, I don't know, but maybe they're planning on developing something or are genuinely enamored with Warframe. More on that as I found out more information. I like to keep my eyes open and see what's happening in the MMO world, or if anything's being developed that, opens doors to that. So just comment about Warframe if you're genuinely interested in seeing what happens, and I'll try and find as much info on this as I can. Leyou, or however you pronounce that, is also one of the big companies working with Amazon and Athlon on the new Lord of the Rings MMORPG that's coming in 2023. Well, the beta is by then. I will be covering that game to death, however, so if you are a Tolkien fan and want to join for the Lord of the Rings adventure, please feel free to hit the subscribe button today so we can get that adventure on the wonderful world of Middle-earth together. And if you'd like some in-depth ideas on what kind of things to expect when it comes to the Second Age, comment on that too, and I'll probably make a video that discusses Lord of the Rings and what happened in the Second Age during that time that the game and the TV show will be set in, and a few reasons as to why it could be one of the greatest MMOs to be created if done right. So Crimson Desert released a trailer, and I've talked about Crimson Desert in my previous video. However, confusion has been rampant about the game since it was introduced as an MMORPG when it was being developed. However, the MMORPG part is missing today and has been changed to open world action adventure. This is conflicting, right? Well, I've got a few ways to clear that up for you, lovely people. This passage here is taken directly from an interview with some of the lead designers and producers, where they said, and I quote, "We thought a lot about the genre when we considered the things we wanted to show through Crimson Desert. We wanted to show that the game offered something beyond the expected norms of an MMORPG. We wanted to give players the option to play with people that they thought in a multiplayer environment while delivering narratives and scenarios as well as expressing desired actions. You will be able to enjoy the engaging narrative in an open world and optionally participate in content with other players where you can engage as a community." So there you have it, folks. Should I keep covering Crimson Desert? Even though we don't know the whole scope of how many players you can interact with at a time, let me know. But they did use the word community, so it may be something like that. It may be something different, so yeah. And finally, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis has dropped a new trailer for the New Genesis expansion. Honestly, if you're a fan of the anime-style MMORPGs, this is definitely one to look at. It looks pretty interesting and cool. About this, I'd say they have a 20-hour stream up of the gameplay of the game. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. It's got a little bit of other stuff in it too, but check it out. It genuinely looks fun when it comes to an anime MMORPG, and I could actually see myself playing this game quite a lot. Not as a main MMO, I'd say, but that remains to be seen. I'd love to see the differences between the current version of the game and the actual New Genesis expansion as details unfold even more, since it's set to be having a lot of content in general, considering they said it's neither an expansion nor a whole new game, but rather a coexisting of universes. For example, there's an entire graphics overhaul, and the game systems are being changed to be more in line with next generation gameplay, as they've said. So yeah, let me know and tell me what you think about this, since it's neither the same game, so nothing really carries over, but it's not an expansion either. It is, however, touted to be more of an open field experience. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, folks from all different life strokes, a beautiful word from our sponsor. That's right, we finally did it. And our sponsor is me. What the hell? What did you expect? A sponsor of a 50 sub channel? Anyway, jokes aside, Let me know what games you're most excited for in 2021 and beyond. I'm leaving links to my socials in the description down below. I stream on Twitch and upload on YouTube regularly. I'm malleable, y'all. Let me know what you want to see. Give me a follow if you like, a sub, anything. Hit the notification bell, leave me a comment. It helps with the algorithm. Join the Discord. Anything helps, and for real, I appreciate you all for being here. And if you got this far, let me know if there's any MMORPGs that you would like me to revisit or put my 15 years of MMORPG experience into and talk about or discuss. But yeah, I'm gonna start hiding things at the end of the videos of something. And as always, I've been Malicious, and this has been a pleasure.